Yo guys, welcome back. This video is just gonna be a very open and honest, full transparency video. What's been going on with us, our plans, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that recently we missed a couple uploads on the main channel and just haven't been as consistent as we normally are. And you guys know that we originally planned to go on the road and do a 12-month tour, 1 month in 12 different cities, going through Airbnbs across the entire United States.
For the next 12 months, we're gonna be staying in 12 different cities, 12 different Airbnbs, 1 month at a time, and traveling across the country, exploring new, different things, and filming some of the craziest videos we've ever filmed before.
And you know, we had this idea in our head of how it would go, and we only ended up making it 3 months in. And that's because while we were on the road, we talked to a bunch of different YouTubers, successful people. We were filming the podcast, having these conversations, and learning a lot about ourselves, our channel, taking this thing more seriously like a business and being more on top of it. And we realized while we were on the road, it's hard to have a work-life balance when all we were doing is really working. You know what I'm saying?
It's because everything is intertwined. Like, you wake up and you're in the place that you're working in, rather than we're at home and then we're going out and filming, then when you come home, you're just at home.
We never really had a home base, and we realized pretty early, only 3 months into the tour, me and Ricky had a little talk, and we were like, yo, this isn't the most efficient thing. We could be way more productive if we set it up more scheduled, more structured, had a home base. So that's kind of why we ended up coming home, because it wasn't really making the most sense. And sometimes in life, you have this idea of how something is gonna go, which we had this idea of this 12-month thing. We're gonna go around the country and film all these different types of videos and film with different guests for the podcast while we go around the country. And sometimes things, they just don't go as planned, and they don't go how you thought and imagined it in your head. But you have to take those things that you learn and use them as lessons and just adapt and take what you can from it and make the most of it.
You have to adapt, because at the end of the day, if you know something isn't right deep down in your heart, or it's not going the direction that you want it to, as soon as you feel that, you gotta make the call to adjust and try again. You never really lose in life. The only time you lose is if you quit, if you stop. If we came back home and we're like, dude, wow, we went to LA, then we moved back home, now we did this road trip,
Wasted so much money,
and then we move back home again and we're like, all right, well, we don't know what we're doing, and we give up, and then we stop. Then it's over. But if you keep trying and you keep going, and this is something you guys can take in life, is if you keep going, no matter how many times you fall down, if you just get back up that one more time, you still have a chance, you still have a shot. And you already know we're not giving up, boys. We're not giving up.
We're gonna keep the podcast going. It is what it is, and really this situation, it is what it is. We're taking what we can from it, but we're just gonna keep on moving forward, staying consistent on here and on the podcast. Those are still gonna be dropping every single week. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I would honestly compare this situation almost like dating a girl. We went out to California, and then, you know, it didn't work. We had to break up, and then we tried this on the road thing, the Airbnb thing, and it didn't work. So now we're back here, and
that's just how it goes sometimes, you know? And I will compare when we first started YouTube and filmed with Rohan, our best friend. He was almost like our first girlfriend in a weird way, because everything was going right, everything was going good, you know what I'm saying?
Rohan was your girlfriend?
Well, no, I'm saying it's like a metaphor. So Rohan decided his life was going in a different direction. He didn't really want to make YouTube videos anymore. So it was almost like a breakup, and we had to figure out, all right, what's the next step? So then we go out to LA, move in the house with Jack Doherty, and it wasn't the right relationship.
It wasn't the right fit.
Then we go on the road, and then we learn a lot, and then we come back home. And yo, it's gonna take a while. Sometimes you don't marry the first girl you date, you know? It's rare. But one thing I know is we're gonna keep trying.
You know, sometimes you get back together with your ex. Like, RTV, where are you? Yo, we're getting RTV actually on the podcast. That podcast will be coming sometime soon, and we'll be going more in depth on this entire situation, because obviously there's more that went on than just what we can summarize in this short little video. We'll drop a full podcast explaining the entire situation, what we took out of it, what we learned from it, what we could have done better.
And I just want to say one more thing to you guys. For everyone who stuck with us from the beginning, like for years and years, and is still with us to this day, thank you for the support. You guys don't know how much it means to me and Nick. I say this so much, but you guys have changed our lives. Literally, everything we have, everything we do is because of you guys. You literally wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys, so I want to say thank you. And if you just joined, get ready, because, dude, all I know is we're going to keep going, so.
We gotta keep going. We got some figuring out to do, but that's life, and at the end of the day, it is what it is. Subscribe.